Now that's the button we like. We are live. Not a water goblet, but a cup. Let's get ready to go, man. I'm gonna let Facebook do its thing. I'm gonna get my watch party going. We're gonna talk mindset and money. We're gonna talk about the rules of the wealthy. We're gonna start some watch parties. We're going to change some lives. My name is Beane, proud founder of the Extra Digit Movement, back again with our Wednesday webinar where we talk about things they never teach you in schools. We talk about a lot of things that college professors don't talk about. Your accountant's not going to tell you some of these things. I don't know why. Your tax preparer, your CPA, your financial advisor, all the people who are supposed to be telling you about money, they do a great job, but we put it all under one umbrella and bring it to you in layman terms. So we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in a second. Let me get my watch party going. And got a lot of announcements tonight. Let's talk mindset and money. All right, guys, my watch party is going. I don't know about yours. My name is Beane, proud founder of the Extra Digit Movement. What's up, New Orleans? What's up, Alabama? What's up, Savannah, Georgia? I see everybody jumping in here from different places. Maryland is in the building. DC is in the building. Tupelo, Mississippi is in the building. Fairburn, Georgia is in the building. San Antonio, Texas. Upper Marlboro, what's up, Josette? Welcome, everybody. I appreciate it. And I am ready to go in a second. Just making sure the people on my watch party know. All right, so what kind of announcements do I have tonight? Listen, our big weekend is this weekend. If you guys are on the team already, Game Changer is less than just around the corner. It actually pre-launches tomorrow with our meet and greet with our beta test. For those of you who are brand new, you have no idea what I'm talking about. For those of you who are already in the business and a part of making wealth real and the Extra Digit Movement, our actual event begins Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our seminar is normally live every quarter, but of course with COVID, we're doing it virtually this weekend. Man, when I say you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. To make sure we don't have any glitches, we're going to pre-launch tomorrow night at 7 o'clock just to kind of get everybody acclimated with their password, acclimated with the system, acclimated with the forum, acclimated with the community. So by the time we launch tomorrow night, there are no hiccups, there are no glitches. Tomorrow night, we're also celebrating our districts. Please make sure you tell your whole friend, all your friends, all your family members. We're going to celebrate our districts on a Zoom tomorrow night. It is open for the public. Our newly promoted district directors, these guys are making some serious income. For those of you who are brand new, we're having a celebration and a toast to the districts tomorrow night to pre-launch Game Changer. So our 7 o'clock and our 9 o'clock time slots are the two time slots we want you to focus on most. If you're in the forum and you're registered, make sure you don't miss our beta test tomorrow. Make sure you guys spread the word. If you're brand new, let's talk about income shifting. Let's talk about the rules of the wealthy. Let's talk about some of the things they don't teach you in schools. My name is Beane. As the founder of the Extra Digit Movement, we show you guys how to grow your net worth one digit at a time. But we do it using strategies, right? Not a lot of hype, not a lot of sales, not a lot of materialistic things. Although a lot of us have some toys, we like to do it using assets. We like to do it using strategy. We like to do it using non-wage income. They say you're not really wealthy until your money makes more money than you ever could working. That's the definition of what? Of wealth. So we want to show you guys how this works. Now, there's this quarantine happening right now, right, that we can't ignore. There's this social distancing happening right now that we can't ignore. And there are a lot of things being impacted by the fact that in this country, we can't really meet right now. You got the NBA playoffs happening right now in the month of October, right? September, October. For those who don't know, that's usually over by June. Why? Because of COVID. Fake fans are in the stands virtually. No fans are in the stands at NFL games. No fans are in the stands at baseball games. Churches are still meeting virtually. Las Vegas is just now starting to open. Grocery stores are only letting so many people in at a time. What that means is people are not meeting like we used to. So unemployment is at a sky high, is at a fever pitch, right? It's sky high right now. And guess what? So are prices. Now, to break this down, I got a good friend of mine, a lovely young lady. I'm so excited to introduce her tonight. She's one of our second wave of leadership. The individuals in this organization that are tearing this thing up are making their move to the next level. And she is a major, major part of that move and shake in extra digit known as Miss Lucia Richardson. What's up, Lucia?
Hey, nothing much. I'm good.
You look great, Lucia. The camera loves you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, you know this stuff like the back of your hand. A lot of new people really, really would appreciate what you have to say because you were in these shoes not long ago, and true or false, your cash flow is getting better and better every day. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Now, where are you from? What do you do for a living? Let the people know so they can relate.
I'm from Albany, New York, which is actually the capital of New York. Most people don't know that.
Right. They think it's New York, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. But I work for the government as an administrative assistant. So I'm just a regular girl, just doing my MWR financial business.
Nice. We love it. Now, Lucia, talk to the people real quick. I talked about social distancing. I talked about COVID. I talked about how money can dry up if you're not careful. But at the same time, people's money's drying up, but prices are high. Why are prices higher now than normal because of COVID? It's called inflation, but how has COVID like tripled it?
Yeah, so the fact that we've all been quarantined in the house, we can't go out to, the restaurants and things that we would normally do. That's causing the restaurants to increase their prices because they have to make up for that lost revenue. So they can't have their restaurants at full capacity because they only can have so many customers in the seats. So now they have to raise their prices to make up for that money that they lost. Same with grocery stores and barbershops and hair salons. They have less people, less spaces they can fill. So now they have to raise those prices.
So unemployment is high, but prices are high. That's not a good mix. Am I
Not
right?
At all. No.
So you're talking about groceries, you're talking about daycare, you're talking about barbershops, you're talking about healthcare, when less people can meet. Lucia, it's so funny. I was looking at the game the other day. Do you know how many industries got crippled because football is not meeting? You see what I'm saying? People don't understand that. Lucia, do you know how much money the bars used to make every Sunday? Am I right?
I can imagine.
Lucia, even the hustlers, even people that used to give you that used to wear the vest and try to get you to park in the illegal spots. You know about that, right? I mean, the hustlers got affected. The bars got affected. Concession stands got affected. Restaurants, parking, popcorn, concession stands. I don't think people understand when one industry folds like that. It's a trickle. It's a not even a trickle. It's a tsunami through a whole industry. Then we got taxes. Am I right?
Yes.
How are taxes going up because of this same quarantine? And then we're going to talk about how we can improve that situation. Inflation is high. Prices are high. What's up with the taxes?
So if no one knows already, that stimulus money that everyone received was not free money. The government didn't just have $2-3 trillion just laying around to give everyone. So they're going to raise our taxes. You may not see it right now, but over the next 3 years, we're going to see the increases in our taxes so that they can replenish that money that they just gave to everyone.
That's right. Now, from what I understand, Lucia, you ready? You prepared, right?
Yes, I am.
Right now, right? I want you guys to put in the comments, I am ready. Don't put I will be ready. Yes. Don't put I used to be ready. There's power in the words I am, Lucia, right? If we start claiming right now that we're ready, we'll start doing the things necessary to prepare ourselves for that. So let me give you guys an indication on how this looks, right? So you can really, really get a better depiction. If you know that taxes are sky high, and if you know that prices are sky high, and if you know that inflation is sky high, guess what else is sky high this year? People don't realize it, but debt is also sky high. Now, people say, why is debt sky high? Well, when people can't pay their tax, when taxes go up and when unemployment is high and prices are high, people tend to float things on what? On credit cards. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
So what we're doing right now is we are winning. Now my slide here is tripping, so I'm gonna have Shana pull this up for me. Shana, if you could pull up your PowerPoint for me in a second. But I want people to get this. When inflation is up and taxes are up and debt is up, there's a fourth thing this year that people miss, and that's big business also goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Now the reason big business goes up is because, again, they have to, just like the small business owner, make up for what social distancing has done. But this year, their 401ks are down. You see? So when your future is in one basket and your 401ks drop, and you're in a position now where you lose 5 and 6 figures in a real short period of time, you have to make up for that relatively quickly. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
So what's happening is we have to start winning. Now, here's some companies that are winning. I want you to see this. And Lucia, tell us why Making Wealth Real is just like Zoom, is just like Purell, is just like Uber Eats. Why are these companies winning, and what are we doing to win during the pandemic?
So all of these companies are winning because they're providing solutions for things that we need, like right now. So if people are quarantining, they're not going out their house like they used to. So there's, ordering from Amazon. Everyone's cleaning their hands like crazy. So they need Purell. If you're wearing masks, if you're making masks, I should say, then you're definitely winning because we're all wearing masks. And that is what MWR Financial is doing as well, as we are providing a solution for everyone who has to be home in quarantining and need assistance with their finances.
Now, let me show everybody how this looks. Lucia, you getting paid every day? Is your phone going off every single day?
Yes, every day.
Right, I'm gonna go full screen here because I think people misunderstand when we say we're winning. I want you guys to see this. Right? Let me go. Here we go. So today, $500 came in, right? Then yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before, I'm gonna put it right in the middle of the circle here. And the day before, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before. So what happens is over here, we get paid every single day for providing that solution. Now, people say, well, what is the solution? Well, it's a 3-headed monster, but it's a friendly monster this year, right? The people that are watching, all you guys do is expose. That's number one. Number two, Extra Digit, we educate people on what? The power of a home-based business. And number three, Making Wealth Real does the execution. I want y'all to write that down. Expose, educate, execute. One more time. Expose, educate, execute. So Lucia, when you have a team of people that are helping you make money, when you have a team of people who understand their role, when you have a team of people who stay in their lane, then you realize you don't have to do it by yourself, right? So let me make sure you guys get this. Because Lucia, people say, well, what is the business? I tell them all the time, you're looking at it. Am I right?
All right. Yes.
What do we do in a nutshell, Lucia? What is, in layman terms, why do I say all we do is expose? What does that mean?
That's all we do. So anybody who's watching this is what you would do. So if you are a qualified director with MWR Financial, you would invite people to the watch party that you're watching, the webinar, the YouTube video, whatever it is that you're watching right now. That's your role. You would expose people to this information. Extra Digit, which is you, me, we educate everyone that you get to this presentation. And then MWR does all of the hard work with our finances. They're the ones that actually put in all the work and get everything situated for us.
And that's what I like about it. See, people overcomplicate it. I want you guys to understand this. If Making Wealth Real is providing a home-based business opportunity, right? So they provide this home-based business. Now, if you knew sign language, Lucia, and you wanted to teach me, right, then it would be simple. You could charge me, and then I would learn sign language via Zoom, right?
Right.
If you knew a secondary language, like, Italian, Spanish, French, or whatever, and you wanted to teach me, I could Cash App you, and we could teach via Zoom, right?
Yes.
Well, Making Wealth Real is $1 million corporation. And what they do is they allow the average everyday person to become what's called a qualified financial director. What that means is we're going to work on your cash flow personally. That's what we mean by Making Wealth Real executes. You're not doing this by yourself. Everything is done for you by trained professional experts. Now, Extra Digit, we get the overviews done for you. We do the marketing campaigns for you. We do the events for you, like the big one coming up this weekend with Game Changer. Man, y'all gonna have so much fun. We do the presentations for you. So your role as a new person is to say, okay, I got to know people that A, want to improve their finances. That's
Yeah.
cash flow. And I got to know people that B, want to make, if you want to, you can make some extra what? Some extra income and get paid every single day. It's just like a McDonald's franchise. Let me give you guys an example. McDonald's made or served 1 billion burgers with 4 key products or 4 core items: burgers, fries, shakes, apple pies. So you got to ask yourself, okay, how they do 1 billion served this year in just burgers, fries, and shakes and apple pies? Well, they're allowing the average everyday person to become a franchise owner, just like Club Real does the same thing, but it's only $228 and $119 a month. Now put that in the notes, guys. $228 one time and $119 per month. Now, Lucia, please explain to people, for $4 a day, $119 a month, why this is well worth the investment. Notice I didn't say expense, because you get way more back, right?
Right, right.
And expense is when money goes out. And investment is when you put something out and way more comes back. What does a person get? Real quick, maybe 2 sentences on each one for their 119.
Okay, so we have solutions for every area of your finances. And first, we'll start with Money Max, which is our tax minimization strategies. And what that does is if you are a home-based business owner and you work a job, our tax experts, our enrolled agents with the IRS, they will show you how to adjust your W-4 at your job so that you're bringing home the maximum amount of taxes.
Okay.
We also have Credit Max, which is our credit restoration pillar, and that we're increasing scores from 50 to 150 points. We have Equity Max, which is our debt elimination strategy so that you can pay off your debt in 1/3 to a half the time sooner. And newly added is Bill Shredder, which negotiates your monthly bills, such as your cell phone, internet, so that you can pay a lower rate and bringing more cash flow into your household. And then lastly, we have Wealth Max, which is our wealth building strategies to help your money grow.
So I want you guys to think about this for a minute. Beautifully put, Lucia.
Thank you.
How much more simple can it be than this? We have relationships. I like to call them strategic alliances, just to sound smart, right? We have these strategic alliances with different firms, and Making Wealth Real put all of this under one umbrella. You can invest into a franchise like you would McDonald's, but it's not $2 million. It's not it's not $250,000. It's $228. So your franchise is Making Wealth Real Financial. The $4 a day, the $119 a month, gives you this portal and experts in all 4 of these areas. Let me show you what the portal looks like, right? So you guys can see. All you do is click on Ask the Expert, right? So Lucia, Money Max has a portal and a staff of experts. Credit Max has a portal and a staff of experts. Equity Max has a portal, experts are standing by. The only one that requires a consultation is Wealth Max. By then, your money's where you want it to be. You're ready for your money to start growing. You're getting closer and closer to being debt free. Your taxes are down because of Money Max. Your scores are up because of Credit Max. So what you're investing in is this portal and a team. Lucia, why do people hire somebody to work out? Why do people hire somebody to work on their car? Why do people hire somebody if they're in a legal situation? Why do people hire somebody if they need a doctor, but they don't hire anybody for what?
Their finances.
And I never understood why we seek professional help if you want a trainer, but you got somebody every day. Lucia, it boils down to $1 a day for each pillar. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, you have a personal testimony, right? Let's pull you up big here. You have a testimony, and you were able to do what with Credit Max and what with Equity Max? Just use those 2.
Okay, so Credit Max, I already had pretty good credit when I first started with the Financial Edge membership. I was in like the high 7s, but now I am in the 800 club. Yay.
Come on now.
So my TransUnion is 804, and I think my Experian is 808 right now. So I'm super happy about that.
Nice.
And the cool thing is that I was actually able to refinance my personal loan that I have a few months ago, and I'm bringing in an extra $70 a month into my household because I have the excellent credit.
Nice.
So yes.
Okay.
And then, yep, sorry. Then with Equity Max, I am a homeowner. I have a car. I have personal loan, like I just mentioned. And I just purchased my home like 3 years ago. And my creditors had me in debt for 23 years with all of my debt. When I did the Equity Max analysis and got back my information, I will now be debt free in 8 years and 8 months. And that's not paying anything extra than what I'm doing right now.
So you shaved, so they had you in debt until 2043.
Yes.
23 years from now.
Yeah,
And Equity Max, our plan shaved it down to 8 years.
absolutely.
Now, that is what you guys, a lot of people miss this. That's called the future value of money. In other words, when you shave a decade or so off of your creditor's plan and you bring that money back to you, instead of you making Visa wealthy, instead of you making MasterCard wealthy, instead of us making the mortgage company wealthy, that money comes back into your household. Now, Making Wealth Real has the fourth pillar, Wealth Max, to show you what to do with all that extra cash. Let me show you guys where it all starts, right? This is where it all starts. I'm gonna show you a pay stub from Money Max. Now I want you to look at this highlight. If you have a hard time seeing this pay stub, I'm gonna tell you what it says. This gentleman basically had $1,163 coming out of his check. Now, shit, that's $1,100 per pay period. Are you following me?
I'm following.
Now, our experts with the portal and the Money Max category got him down to $325 taken out of his paycheck. From $1,100 to $300, that's $861 a month this year that he saved. That's $10,000 per year.
Wow, that's
Now,
amazing.
Lucia, this is something startling. Do you know this, Lucia? If you want to be wealthy, anybody in this country can be wealthy. But to do that first, you got to figure out who's stopping you from getting what?
Your money.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the number one entity that stops most of us is taxes. Property taxes, state taxes, local taxes, federal taxes, sales taxes, capital gain taxes, luxury taxes, road taxes, alcohol taxes. You know what I mean? It's tax. They tax everything. By the time they're finished with you, you don't have any money left. So what the average person has to do, the number one thing you can open is a home-based business, because it allows you to get more taxes back in your check.
Yes.
Please put in the comments, give me that back.
All of it.
Now, we have a motto. If the government got you in debt, they should get you what?
Out of debt.
They should get you out. Look at this young lady. She's 19 years old. So that's how Money Max works, guys, just so you know. You're going to upload 2 pay stubs. You can even upload last year's tax returns. Our experts are going to look at your taxes. Now, this young lady, 19 years old this year, she got off to a rough start because she had some bad, not bad credit. She didn't have any credit, but she had some misfortune. I was going to say bad luck, but she had some misfortune where someone compromised her credit. And when you don't have any credit, one little small mistake can hurt you, right?
Yes.
Not the granddaughter of one of our $1 million ring earners, right?
Right.
She went from a 356 to a 501 to a 763. Now, she's holding the keys to her new car. Her mom didn't have to sign for it. Her grandparents didn't have to sign for it because Credit Max took her through reports. You upload them. And then if you choose to, you can sign up for what's called Smart Credit. It's highly recommended, right? It's like a $14 monthly fee. And then they'll show you every step of the way what they're doing to get your scores up and get all the erroneous things deleted. Now, Lucia, I'm going to let you handle Equity Max. Now, I want to show you a friend of mine. She had like $500,000 in debt. I mean, $500,000 in interest that her creditors would have taken. Lucia, how did Equity Max work? What do you do? How do you get these numbers? How do they come back? Is it, you got to be a mathematician? What happens?
Absolutely not. So the only thing you really need to know is your debt. So I hope you do know that. And how much interest you're paying for your debt and the monthly payment plans. So the process is very simple. You literally just type in the debt that you have, your interest rate, and how much you pay. After that, you hit the submit button, and then analysis pops up, and it tells you how soon you will be out of debt, when you will be a millionaire, which is really awesome. And then, yes, and then after that, a month, I think it's every month they'll give you a payment plan of how you should pay your bills.
That's crazy. And they basically saying, look, she'll be out of debt in 2.8 years in blue on the right?
Yes.
Instead of 111 years in red on the left. Lucia, we saved our membership in 1 year. We saved $13,600 off people's debts.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Amazing. That's
Lucia,
crazy.
in 1 year, Money Max saved our members $60 million, about $5 million a month in tax savings through our membership, our first year in business.
Wow.
In 1 year, thousands of people went from had 50, 100, and even some $200 point increases with Credit Max. All of these statistics are unbelievable. Credit Max strategies help save thousands of dollars in interest and increase scores from 50 to 150. Equity Max help people eliminate $500 million in debt this year. You in that number somewhere?
Yeah.
Right? 13,600 years. And last but not least, Wealth Max help create over $5 million in annual investments and $25 million investments in our memberships with land banking and private banking. I'm gonna show you guys what that means in a second. Bring the camera just to me and Lucia. Lucia, why do you think people just don't get that they're making other people wealthy instead of themselves? Why would somebody say, I don't need a home-based business. I want to keep overpaying my taxes. I want to keep my debt sky high. My interest can stay where it is. Why do you think people just don't get that?
I think it's their mindset.
Right.
They're not ready to receive that information, so long, depending on what age you are, whatever you've been taught that this is the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to work your job, pay your bills, be in debt until you're dead, and then that's just what it is. So when you present them with this information, and if now it's an eye-opener, and they have to snap out of all that stuff that they learned, it's difficult.
It is difficult because you've been in like the dark financially, and you uncover your eyes and it's bright. It's like, whoa, it's too much, right?
Yes.
When I tell you this weekend, I've been working on my curriculum for like the past 3 days and just getting it fine-tuned. Lucia, I'm going to spend like 65% of the weekend training all of our members who are coming to Game Changer virtually on mindset, because everything is up here. I knew when I signed up that I was going to be extremely successful. If I would have just turned $200 into $200,000, that's 100,000% return.
Mm-hmm.
But Lucia, I'll make $1 million within my first 1.5 to 2 years in the business. $1 million from $228. Now, guys, even if you Lucia, if you make $500,000 and it takes you 5 years, that's $100,000 per year extra. Would you do it?
Absolutely.
Even if you just make, let's take off another zero, 50,000, and Lucia, let's say it took you 5 years. That's $10,000 extra per year. Would you invest $228?
Absolutely.
Lucia, let's take off a zero. Even if you did $5,000 and it took you 5 years, an extra $1,000 per year, and then it started to ramp up and be residual, and you could buy land like I'm about to show you, would you take the $228 and flip it?
Absolutely.
What people don't realize, the number one asset in the world is you. Mm-hmm. The problem is most people don't realize that they are an asset because they settle for what somebody else tells them they are. Lucia, we're going to do our meet and greet. You coming to the meet and greet virtually?
Absolutely. I'm ready.
You're going to be a game changer this weekend.
Absolutely. VIP.
Lucia, we're going to watch. Look, we at home, so I figure I might as well show y'all some of my favorite movies, right? But we're going to break it down. We're going to break down life lessons. We're going to break down our movie scenes. We're going to break out into breakout sessions online. I'm going to come back and show you how to master the comp plan, the psychology of winning, how to overcome the odds, how I overcame insurmountable odds and was broke as a joke, why I got audited, why you should never get audited. Even if you do, you're going to avoid the $1 million I've lost because I got audited in my 20s, how I was able to rebound. Top producers are going to give you advice. million-dollar ring earners, Christy Howard, Charles Ivory, Shayna Rawlings, Miss Quanah Sims, all the regionals. I mean, you will be surprised at what we have in store for you over the next 3 days. Lucia, you ready to go to the next level?
Absolutely. I've been ready.
So here's why we're all doing it. Wealth Max. Land banking is one of the things that all of the roads lead to, because now you want to put your money somewhere where you don't even have to touch it this year and it's making money. See, people wonder how wealthy people get wealthy. Things like land banking are the reason most people get a small investment now and then hand their grandchildren a big check later. Wealth Max is this. It's buying land in what's called the path of growth. I'm sorry, land banking. It's the purchasing of land in what's called a path of growth. Now, when you have an area that's been researched, like Antelope Valley, California, I want y'all to write that down. Antelope Valley, California. In Antelope Valley, it's showing the same patterns and trends that Silicon Valley had this year 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, do you even remember this year what Silicon Valley used to be called?
No.
None of us do, right? I don't even remember what it was called. We did, but today we call it what? Silicon Valley.
Right.
Antelope Valley is being called Green Energy Valley. You won't even know what Antelope Valley is 20 years from now, but you'll be able to cash in on a deed because you bought it in 2020. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
What they've done is our firm, Cal Choice Financial, write that down, CAL Choice Financial, went out and purchased miles and miles and miles and miles and acres, I should say acres and 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 acres of land. We now can buy it wholesale and get parcels and deeds that we hold on to for the next 5 to 7 years. When the Olympics hits in 2028 in that area, you have to do what's called get us out the way. Don't you want to be in the way?
I'm all in the way.
We all in the way. See, we're in the Olympics way. We're in Warren Buffett's way. We're in NASA's way. We're in the Armed Forces way. Warren Buffett is already putting $2.5 billion in his green energy transit system in Green Energy Valley. The Olympics will be in this area in 2028. We are right in the middle of where they're building the new highway that connects Southern California to Las Vegas. This year they haven't built a highway in 25 years out here. It's coming through this area. Do you know what a highway brings? Commerce. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Employment, jobs. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Brings out of towners what? In,
right?
Takes people in town what? Out. It's so when a highway comes through an area, guys, they build up around that area. When the Olympics is coming to your area, they create whole new cities for Olympics. And you want to be like our good friends here who have deeds in hand, right? This is where the money's going. So you get a deed. It's a certificate, but it's a deed. Like Don and Ruthie. Miss Mamie Bridges here also got her deed as well. You see Cal Trust Financial, happy to write it up for you and give you your contract. And then now we sell our land retail to the big boys. Pretty powerful. Now, Sheila, let's talk about how to get our investment back. Now, this weekend, we're going to do some more drawings from our 10K giveaway. We're giving away $10,000 in extra digit to people who invest in themselves. But Nashia, there are 3 basic ways for people to get their money back in addition to the one we're doing all weekend long.
Yes.
Talk to me, Nashia. How does the W-4 help us?
So the W-4, like we mentioned, is our money max, and that's making the proper adjustments to your W-4 at your job if you are an employee. And you, because of the increase in the taxes, well, the money that you get back into your house because of the decrease in the taxes of your check, that will cover your MWR financial monthly fee.
That's right.
You could also introduce the business to 3 customers, and that will cover your $79, which is the Financial Edge membership cost of $79 a month. So then your membership is covered, and then your business is $40 a month, which I think is pretty awesome. Yes. And then lastly is introducing the business to 3 people who say, hey, I want to make some money. I want to do it just like you, which are 3 qualified directors and one customer, and you then make $5 a day, which equates to $150 a month. So that covers your monthly cost of $119, and you even have a little extra $30 to pay off your debt with.
That's it. So it's a lot of ways to get your investment back. The W-4, right? Put this in the notes, guys. Let Uncle Sam pay for it. Uncle Sam will pay your $119 because you get to adjust it. 2, introduce 3 customers, and 3, introduce 3 people. So let me show you guys how this works. As you introduce people, you can earn what's called a sponsor bonus. Now, a sponsor bonus is $50. What is $50? Well, when you introduce somebody to the business, you get like what's called a detailed report, right? So for example, this is one of my reports. I knew Robert, I knew Samuel, I knew Christina. So I earned 50, 50, and 50, and 50. You earn $50 for people that you share the business with. Now, Lucia, this is where people go, oh man, this is where they lose it. I gotta share the business. No, you don't have to do anything. Right? It's not a requirement. When you understand leverage and wealth, you can speed up your wealth max goal. You can speed up your equity max goal. You can speed up your debt elimination goal if you incorporate more people. It's just a wealth principle. So the experts are helping you with your cash flow. Credit high, debt low, investments high, taxes low. That's your cash flow. Yes. Now I'm showing you how on the right side, you can make some more income if you introduce people to getting their cash flow. You see how it works here?
Yes.
Now, here is one of my real checks. This is when I first started the business. My first check was $28. $28. Now, Lucia, people got all comical online, right? They thought I was crazy. $28. Then it was $38. Then people started telling people about the business. And then finally, there's one umbrella everything falls under. It went to 473, 300 a day, 300 the next day, 200, 100, 600, 300, 935. And it kept on going. So every day I was getting 100, 600, 618, 619, 415 every single day. This is the first 30 days of the month. Shannon, click that for me. 680, 613, 698, 210, 480. See it every day. So again, 228 and leverage equals 6 figures. Yes. 228 and leverage can equal 7 figures. I have not seen 228 generate more for me and my family than it has here. Now, Lucia, even if you don't make a dime extra, what kind of change has the membership done for you cash flow wise? You said, for example, $70 because you're able to refinance. Yes. So that's $70. So now you're getting higher or lower interest rates and higher cash flow on your any debt you borrow, money you borrow, right? Yep. Are you getting paid every single day? Yes. Now, when that text message goes off, doesn't it feel different when you get non-wage income as opposed to wage income? Yeah. Something about that 504 ding. Right. You're keeping your receipts so your taxes are what? Down. Yes. So what people don't realize, all you have to do, people wonder what I did to get these checks. What I did was share people like Lucia's story. See, what I did was share people like Charlotte's story, Trevor's story. You understand? All the people you see in their check stubs are average everyday people who are increasing their cash flow. The more you share their story, the more money you make daily. Yes. Now, Shia, you talk about this car bonus. Tell me what happens when the team hits 50. We've been here about 9 months now. A team of 50 begins, what kicks in? That $500 monthly car bonus. That's tier 1. And the cool thing is that you don't have to use it for a car or your mortgage. You can use it for whatever you want, really. But, you know, the extra $500, we'll all find something to do with that. That's right. Now, it gets serious, guys. This car bonus goes from $500 a month to $1,250 a month to $3,000 a month. Yeah. Every month, on the 10th of every month. So when it kicks in heavily. Now the presidential bonus, before we go, gets as high as 100,000 a month. Lucia, it gets scary. I'm telling you. The same 50 people kicks in another 500 in the presidential bonus. So I want y'all, if you're taking notes before we go, put that in your notes. 50 equals 500. That's the car. 50 equals 500. That's the presidential. We're going to show you guys this weekend at Game Changer how to maximize your mindset so you can start maximizing this money. Lucia, we still got September, October, November, and December left this year. Do you want to set some records for your family?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So talk to them. There are 3 types of people. Now before we close out, let me just say this.
Yeah.
Please, if you're watching and you're already in the business and you're registered for Game Changer, make sure you don't miss our district celebration tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Everybody's open. Everybody's welcome. It's going to be a Zoom, so you can invite people. But before that, at 7, all the Game Changer registrants, we're doing a beta test to make sure everybody can log in and get their username and get their password. Because come Friday, we're not going to have any glitches. We're not going to be able to help everybody with a password that they lost, right? So at 7 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to do a beta test. Make sure you guys that are registered, check the forum that you guys have been getting updates so you can get information on what the beta test is all about. Lucia, what is the number 3 type person? What should they do?
They should just leave. No.
No.
Don't leave. Number 3 is basically you're just saying, I'm out. I already have a credit score of 1,000, which is not possible, but hey, you got it. I don't need my taxes lowered. I like paying too many taxes. My debt, it's fine. I don't need anything that you just presented to me. But we do ask that if you know someone who may need the services or the business opportunity, please refer them to us so that we can get them started.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So that's the number 3, right? Number 2 says, hey, I want the membership. So put this in your notes, guys. Number 2 equals $79 a month. A number 2 is not $119, right? A number 2 is not $228. A number 2 is only $79 a month if you just want the Money Max experts, taxes down, Credit Max experts, credit scores up, Equity Max, debt down, and Wealth Max, assets up. That's $79 a month if you only want the membership, but you can't make any money referring to membership. A number 1 says, I'm all the way in. Brian, look, you showed me, and people don't know this, but it's true, $500 a day is my minimum. That's not the maximum. That's the minimum. You start seeing 4 and 5-figure days in the business, it starts to get really, really scary. So I want you guys to understand, number 1 says, I want the opportunity to share the business and get paid every single day. Yes. So let us know if you're 3, 2, or 1 and get signed up during the break. For those of you registered for Game Changer, we'll see you tomorrow at our pre-launch meet and greet. Our beta test is tomorrow. We'll see the whole team, including your families, on our district celebration tomorrow night on an open Zoom. Lucia, you rock. You're up in New York, holding it down, doing a great job. God bless. You guys have a good night.
Night.
Good night.